Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be explaining how I am able to record uh, Minecraft PS4 footage using OBS onto my computer. Now I do not have a way to directly put my display as I'm capturing it onto my computer. I think it's a huge oversight on the developers of the PS4, honestly, but nonetheless, I found a workaround for it, and what I do basically is just replay it on OBS. I set it up, and I'm going to show how I set it up very shortly, but I set it up on here, and then I just manually do the timer with LiveSplit, and now this is actually on the side of OBS, but this is the current view that you're going to be seeing once I start setting everything up. I just wanted to put it on here for now so you can see what I'm doing down here. So this one is my current display, which is obviously my entire computer. All I have on here is the display capture and then my microphone. So that's this one. You don't really have to worry about it. This one down here, however, I've named off-computer speedruns. Basically, the only thing in here is my microphone, LiveSplit, the program on the side here, and eventually I'm going to have the capture that I've already done, basically. So everything is essentially already done for this, but I want to show what you do on here. So basically, you want to open up the plus menu, and then you want to hit media source. Alright, so this is going to change every single time you want to add a new video to this. So you want to create a new one every single time, and then when you're done with it, you have to delete it. So this one I'm just going to name Minecraft Speedrun, if I can type correctly, and then you hit OK. And then it'll bring up this box. Yeah, you can see it. Alright, it'll bring up this box. It's similar to every other box, but it's different. So obviously you're going to want to select the file you want, but before you do that, there's the slider down here that says speed and percent. You want to turn this all the way down to 1%, and that will start the video at 1%. Now, it's very important that you do this because for some reason, whenever OBS handles external files for basically playback, you have no control over whether or not it's playing, paused, fast forward, rewinding. It just automatically starts playing it, and you have no way of pausing it. So what I do is I put it on 1%, and then I select the file, which I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. This particular, yeah, you can. Alright. I select the file, and this time it's going to be this one, I believe. Yeah, I think that's the one. I forgot to rename it. Anyways, excuse me. So you select your file, make sure it's on 1%, and then you hit OK. Now, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and switch it to this my off-computer speedruns thing, because it's going to, the video itself is going to pop up right here as soon as I get it set up. So that's basically what we're going to be doing here. Right now I'm just setting everything up again. So anyways, once you have it on 1%, it'll go ahead and load the video in, but it'll be small. You're going to want to resize it, and this is basically your only opportunity to do so. But when it's small like this, you don't really have to worry too much about, you don't have to worry too much about the speed at which it's playing, because it's playing at a very slow speed. So yeah. Anyways, so once you're ready, I know you can't see anything right now, you can't really see what I'm doing, but once you're ready, or maybe you can see what I'm doing, I don't know. I guess I'll just have to find out in the ending, like while I'm after I've already done with this. But anyways, once you finish that, the only thing you have to do is right-click on the video, hit Properties, and then change the speed back to 100%. And then as soon as you hit OK, it's going to start the video playback at normal. So while it's doing that, I'm going to be staying on the line and basically explaining exactly what is happening. So yeah. Right now I am just setting up the world. This is all pre-done. You know, like I said, it's just a video that's playing back. So yeah. The only thing I have to do is start the timer as soon as the world loads in, and then hit every split on the side basically, and that's that basically. So yeah, here we go. And there it goes. Now I'm going to be commenting on this as it's happening. As you just noticed, there are a few little glitches with the interface on the PS4 version right now. That only just started with Update Aquatic, and I don't find it to be too big of a deal, but there are other issues that I'm going to point out that could potentially be game-breaking. It just depends on the situation, I guess. Right there, I accidentally placed two logs instead of placing my crafting table, which was it was pretty bad. Here, I'm just gathering up my resources to build a base, and I forgot to craft a pickaxe, so I had to do that. I got lucky in spotting that cave early, and right now I'm looking for surface stone, because they're the drop-offs sometimes they're deep enough to expose a little bit of stone, so I could have gotten a little bit of stone earlier if they had, but I didn't see any, so unfortunately I didn't get to. And right there, I just grabbed as much wood as I possibly could before going over here to this cave over here. And when I get over here, I'm going to be eventually building my base inside of the cave structure here. This is one of the requirements for the category I'm running. I want to make sure that it's deep enough to where I can place in my crafting table and furnace without it being too cramped, because I also need a door on it as well. And I also make an iron pickaxe and axe just in case I need to chop down more trees. Iron axes are usually pretty fast for that. Right here, I am grabbing some regular coal. I was going to make charcoal, but then I remembered there was regular coal behind me, so I didn't really need to make regular charcoal, basically. And here, I'm making sure I have plenty of sticks to make plenty of torches. And right here I decided to venture a little bit into this cave. I saw the entrances both to the left. I tried going that way, but of course it's blocked off. So I had to press on this way, and I got lucky when I saw this little entrance to the cave here. I got even luckier when I saw that there was plenty of iron in there as well. It turned out there was only about 3 pieces of iron in this area, but I actually it didn't matter because I needed at least 3 to make an iron pickaxe. So that was actually a really good thing. There could have only been 2, and then I would be sore out of luck. Right here I just decide to grab a few more pieces of coal just in case. Right here I'm making doors, that way I can block off access to my base. I throw the extra door away because I don't need it. It just takes up inventory space. And right here I got lucky again when I found all of this iron. One piece of coal always smelts exactly 8 blocks, so I knew I only needed 1 piece of coal because I counted the number of iron that I got. Now here I It's very important that I have a bucket here. That's because I need a water bucket in order to make obsidian very easily. Unfortunately, though, I had to run all the way out to this river over here in order to get the water. And I can't talk tonight. Right here I'm just grabbing the extra 2 pieces of iron. I decided to make a extra iron pickaxe just in case I needed it. It would turn out, however, that I would not need it. Zombies are probably one of the easiest mobs to fight. However, they can be a pain in the ass if you let them get too close. Now, this part's a little bit deceiving because the recording of this part is darker than the actual gameplay. But basically, I saw that waterfall, and I decided to go over to it because I can use it to get downward. And down here, I block off access to the waterfall from the outside. That way I can very easily move around outside here. And here I knew that I needed to go downward, but the only way to do that was to remove this waterfall here. And without a shovel, I need to use something other than my pickaxe or other tools in order to mine this gravel. I got lucky when I got the flint just there, as I need that later on. And here, it's kind of chancy, but I decided to take a chance and go down here. I'm just basically looking for diamonds at this point, which is basically the majority of these runs. Looking for diamonds, I mean, because it takes a long time to find them, especially if you're doing a random seed run like this one. Luckily for me, this cave system here that I'm in currently is pretty expansive, so I'm able to find plenty of diamonds. Again, it's hard to see, but there was a big waterfall in the background there, and it would take too long to climb through it. And right here, I had just happened to see those diamonds down there. I almost didn't react to them, but I decided to grab them because obviously I need diamonds. I don't know why, but OBS seems to be constantly muting my mic for some reason without me muting it. I've been trying to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it, but unfortunately it keeps screwing up. So as I have no idea how long ago my mic cut out, but basically I explained that I need at least 7 diamonds, because the category I'm running requires at least 1 diamond pick, or diamond tool for that matter, and 1 diamond piece of armor. Doesn't matter what piece of armor it is, but the lowest amount of diamonds you need to make the minimal piece of armor, which is the boots, is 4 diamonds. And since it takes 3 diamonds to make a pickaxe of diamond, then I need at least 7. Right here I take a chance in going through this, but normally I wouldn't do that. And here I decide to trudge through this lava here, which actually turned out to be a pretty good choice in the long run. Now this is another one of these glitches that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I picked up that water source block, but it didn't actually despawn the source block. The source block was still there, and I had to remove it with a piece of cobblestone. Once again, I decide to go up this way. Now, I don't know if the recording caught me saying this, but the output for the video is darker than what I actually saw when I was recording it. So, if there are dark spots and you can't really see anything for a short time, then that's why. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to fix that. My attempt at doing so was to place torches as frequently as possible, but it would seem as that I didn't actually do so often enough at some points. But luckily, it's not too bad. At least not this time. The last run I had, I didn't place nearly the same amount of torches, and it was all mostly dark. So hopefully this one will be verified by the team that's running the category. Here I decided to do a risky strategy. 4J actually made it a little bit more difficult to perform that little trick in the update Aquatic. I don't know how they did it, but sometimes it doesn't work right. It might even just be a glitch, but you know, I haven't been able to have much success with it. Now right here, for lack of a better strategy at the time, I decided to do a little bit of strip mining. I know I wasn't going to be doing this for very long, but I also knew that I needed a way to basically find diamonds faster than what I was doing. So I decided to take this chance and start strip mining. And right here, I needed a diamond pick to mine a little bit faster than I was. So I decided to place down a crafting table and furnace here and create a diamond pick here. Now, diamond pickaxes aren't much faster than iron ones, and normally if I was playing regularly I wouldn't even worry about it, but since this is a speed run, I needed to save all the time that I possibly could. So that was a rather smart choice, in my opinion, anyway. Now here, I actually found one of the areas that had trailed off from an area that I previously had known about, because I had visited a part of it before, but I was never in this area specifically. So being in this area was actually brand new, and since it was wide open, I could look around and possibly find diamonds a lot faster. So that's exactly what I did. Areas like these are kind of rare for me in Minecraft worlds, so I might actually save the seed and play on this the same seed casually, but it probably won't be the same speedrun character or anything. In other words, I'll end up making a new world for it. When going up here, I wasn't really expecting much. I thought it would dead end, but luckily I ran into a bunch of diamonds down here. And it just so happened to be just enough for me to make not only the piece of armor that I needed, but also an extra diamond pickaxe, which I made by accident. But the contrast is that, you know, I had enough, so yeah. Right there is when I made the pickaxe by accident. I decided to then mine obsidian because I needed to start the end game basically, which is to make a nether portal. Since I had everything else. My microphone cut out again, so I'm just going to repeat what I just said. I decided to get obsidian here because that way I could start my end game, and since I already had all the diamond stuff that I needed, then I could make another portal next and get that done. Splashing the lava with water and creating obsidian below me is just life insurance, basically. Just in case a mob decides to come over here and hit me. That way, if it does, I won't fall into the lava and die. It takes 14 pieces to make another portal. I forgot to split. I might even remove that that segment, that split. I need 2 more pieces now. Now here I decide to light up the area and then place a piece of cobblestone. This is just so I can see kind of where the portal pieces will go, and then after that I construct the portal. Now here I realized that I didn't have a flint and steel, but I also didn't have a piece of iron, and that is something that I really needed, so I have put a furnace here, and I look around for some iron. It was actually right behind me, which I think is kind of funny, but yeah. Really, the only thing I would have needed to smelt this iron was 2 sticks, but because of how everything is, because of, you know, time and whatnot, I decided just to use a piece of coal. And that is pretty much the run here. It stops on nether generation, and here I just showed that I have at least 1 piece of diamond armor and at least 1 diamond pickaxe. And that is basically the run. So, thank you all very much for watching, and if you have any questions, then post them in the comments.